Hi again, fellow breeders. Mike here from Silver Spurs Equine. I really hope you enjoyed our blog last week where I discussed the changes we're making to our Oklahoma ranch. We're very anxious to expand our breeding operations in Oklahoma. In fact, we have recently completed a new, huge mare motel so that we can properly care for all of our on-farm breeding customers. Now, get a load of this. Here's a really interesting breeding fact. In the entire history of the NRHA, there are only 3 stallions that have sired Triple Crown Champions. And they are Spooks Gotta Gun, A Sparkling Vintage, and of course, Wimpy's Little Step. Well, guess who owns all 3 of those stallions? That's right, Silver Spurs. So when I say that Silver Spurs offers the best stallions and prospects, you could take that to the bank. This week, we're going to talk about the stallion that put Silver Spurs on the map. Just like Boomernick single-handedly ushered in the modern era of reining, Spooks Gotta Gun made Silver Spurs a recognized stallion owner. Spooks is very special to me. While everyone knows how much I love and care for all of my stallions, there are a few that have really gotten under my skin, and Spooks is one of them. Spooks has been on the cover of every equine magazine going. And here's the thing. Usually when a horse is on the cover, it's both the horse and rider. But when Spooks makes the cover of a magazine, it's only Spooks. He is that beautiful. I'll tell you a funny story. Prior to this pandemic, when there was a local NRHA or AQHA horse show at one of our local venues, sometimes I would bring one of my stallions to the event and ride him around the grounds so that people could see, hug, and say hello to him. So this one time I brought Spooks, and while we were walking around the showgrounds, there was this fellow in a practice arena practicing a pattern, and his wife was videoing him. As we were walking by, she said to me, very excited, "Is that Spooks?" To which I replied, "Sure is." And she immediately stopped filming her husband and started videoing us. Her husband yelled over to her, "Hey, you're supposed to be videoing me." And she said, "Are you kidding? That Spooks got a gun." I gotta tell you, I have never seen a stallion that is so universally loved like Spooks is. So let's talk about how to breed a Spooks, because when you have one, you know you are going to have something special. Spooks is sired by the immortal gray Starlight. Starlight is one of the few stallions that is both an NRHA and Brain Cow Horse $1 million sire. And Spooks is out of the fabulous producing mare, the one and only Katie Gunn. This pedigree makes Spooks very versatile. You'll find Spooks' offspring winning not only in reining, but also in working cow, ranch riding, barrel racing, halter, and even quarter horse racing. And because he's double registered AQHA and APHA, his offspring are winning in all paint events as well. Now, which mares should you definitely be breeding to Spooks? Well, Spooks' best performers are out of mares sired by the immortal Topsail Whiz, Hollywood Dunnett, Smart Chickalina, Brenna's Kid, Boomernick, Wimpy's Little Step, Trashadaeus, and New Checks to Cash. Of course, there are earnings by mares sired by many other stallions, but these are the ones with the highest produce records. Topsail Whiz mares are definitely the Golden Cross. Almost 800,000 of Spooks' 2.5 million in NRHA offspring earnings are out of mares sired by Topsail Whiz. Spooks' conformation is to die for. As I discuss all of my stallions over the next several weeks, you will see that their conformation is practically identical. That's what made them such great show horses and now sires. Look at Spooks' neck, shoulder line, and back. See how his hocks are right underneath him for great turning and stopping? And notice how Spooks is just a little over at the knee. So when he stops, he has to continue running with his front legs, making for very dramatic stops. Now let's look at how he performed in the show pen. Check out these turns.
That's amazing. How he gets down. Yeah, he gets down.
Like that. Commando.
How about those circles and lead change?
He's an assistant trainer at senior leader.
He was 16 or 17. That was probably about 96. He's probably fairly young, yeah.
Now check out these stops and watch closely. See what I mean about his front legs?
Almost 75. That was a one stop.
I would now like to give you some training tips for your Spooks fall. Remember, Spooks is a non-hearing horse, and since I bought him in 2010 and started keeping records, I can definitively tell you that 28% of Spooks' offspring are non-hearing as well. Personally, when we breed Spooks, we hope that the foal is non-hearing because they make such excellent show horses. Nothing distracts them, and they are always completely in tune with their rider. I caution you, though, not every trainer can properly start and train a non-hearing horse. So if you're fortunate enough to get a non-hearing Spooks, have him started and trained by a trainer that knows what he or she is doing, or else you could very well ruin your horse. If you need suggestions as to which trainers I know that can properly train a non-hearing Spooks, email me and I will give you my recommendations. Remember, Spooks is on early booking discount until January 31st for only $3,000. He books up fast, so get your contracts in early.